like to roll the dice. By chance they came on a devil's game, and gosh, they paid the price. Paid the price. And now they're fighting for their lives on a mission fraught with dread. And if they proceed but don't succeed, well, the devil will take their heads.
Welcome, fellow Cupheads and animations alike. Today we play Cuphead. Beaten once before by me, but doesn't mean that I know anything about it for a while. We return to Inkwell Isle with the story of Cuphead. Don't deal with the devil. I am your narrator and best friend on the internet, ProfToxic. Now then, let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, in a magical place called Inkwell Isle, there were two brothers, Cuphead and Mugman. They lived without a care under the watchful eye of the wise and the kettle. One day, the two boys wandered far from home, and despite the elder kettle's many warnings, ended up on the wrong side of the tracks and entered the Devil's Casino. Inside, Cuphead and Mugman soon found themselves on a winning streak at the craps table. "Hot dog!" exclaimed King Dice, the casino's sleazy manager. "These fellas can't lose." "Nice run, boys," laughed a newcomer. The boys gasped. It was the casino's owner, the devil himself. "Now how about we raise the stakes?" he suggested with a toothy grin. "One more roll, and all the loot in my casino is yours," the devil boomed. "But if you lose, I'll have your souls. Deal?" Cuphead, blinded by easy riches, nodded and grabbed the dice for a throw. "Good gosh, Cuphead, no!" cried Mugman, for he understood the danger, but Cuphead was an idiot. "Snake eyes," laughed the devil, while slamming the floor. "You lose." The brothers trembled in fear as he loomed over them. "Now about those souls." The brothers pleaded for their very lives. "There must be another way to repay you," Mugman stammered. "Yeah, but please, mister," Cuphead added. Perhaps there is," the devil snickered, pulling out a parchment. "I have here a list of my runaway debtors. Collect their souls for me, and I just might pardon you two mugs." "Now get going!" the devil roared, kicking the boys out most rudely. "You have till midnight tomorrow to collect every one of those souls. Otherwise, I'll be the one collecting yours." Cuphead and Mugman were terribly frightened and ran away as fast as they could. "Come on, Mug!" panted Cuphead. "We have to find Elder Kettle. He'll know what to do." "What a fine pickle you boys have gotten yourself into. I know you don't want to be pardoned of the devil, but if you refuse, I can't bear to imagine your fates. You must play along for now, collect those contracts, and you'd best be ready for some nasty business. Your debtor friends won't be very friendly once you confront them. In fact, I expect they'll transform into terrible beasts. Take this potion so they won't hang you out to dry. It will give you remarkable magical abilities. Now go to my writing desk and use the mystical inkwell there. You need to prepare yourself for a scrap, and this happens to be the tutorial." "Good gosh, friends of the internet, It's time for an adventure! I will not be maintaining that voice for the entirety of it. Looks like I still remember the basics. Hey look, I've already gotten farther than or farther than the, reviewer, I think it was? I don't really know, I didn't pay attention to that story all too much. I gotta save my own soul. Kill it now. And the one coin that's the only reason anyone who plays the game plays the tutorial the second time. Goodbye, Elder Kettle. Hopefully I don't die, but if I do, I'll just respawn. That kid's gonna get himself killed. Sure wish I had Mugman with me, but I had to spell him off as collateral to give myself a little bit more time. Hey fellas, looks like you're in for it now, eh? Well, I used to be the same way, always getting into trouble. Running, jumping, shooting. They used to call me Run, Jump, Shoot Man. The games didn't sell very well. But now I prefer just strolling around and going to the pictures. But hey, let me give you a hand. Take this. Or these. 3 gold doubloons. I don't need to enter this shop first, but you get free coins. The only voice I don't have to voice. I only have 4 coins anyway, and that was useful. Oh wait, he has a little speech text, doesn't he? Or a text bubble. This is going to destroy my vocal cords. You got to equip those new purchases if you want to use them. Look at your equip card, you bums. What a nice man. Now the first and easiest of our many debtors to take care of. We face the root pack in Botanic Panic.
A great slam and then some.
Ready? Wallop. You ain't got nothing on me. Check out these moves. You're done for. Gotta watch this guy because this onion cries. But he's gonna put... Well, I have him in tears, he's gonna put me in stitches. And now for the leader of the root pack. The Sinister Carrot. Good for your eyes, including the third one. You'll have to do a little better than that, Mr. Carotene. Always on the move, ever vigilant, ever firing. Always ready for a good wallop. Oh, I do not like that, because I always fear that it's coming a little sooner than it is. And that will always make me dodge wrong. But that's why I have the smoke bomb as my first purchase, because that gives me a little bit of extra leeway when it comes to this. But more than anything, a perfect knockout! Those guys will give very few people who know anything about this game trouble. And even newcomers can typically get the entirety of the level done in the first try. But few newcomers can do it with an A+. Golly, a perfect score! I love these exaggerated old-timey voices. Make Cuphead sound a lot like Mickey Mouse, couldn't it? Rumph. I'll be a monkey's uncle if I'm putting my moolah in the bank. For all I know, the devil probably controls that place too. They'll never get a hold of my gold if I spread it all around. And if some Joe happens to find a corner or two, good for him. That's what I say. Harumph. That guy just tells you that around the overworld you have a chance at finding some coins as well. I don't remember where most of them are. But there is an achievement if you can manage to get them all. I think there's a shortcut back here. No. The shortcut's this way, underneath this little overpass way. It allows you to get to Cagney Carnation early. But that's not our current target. Next up, I think we're gonna retrieve a few more coins by doing one of the run and gun levels. A little short episode we call Forest Follies. Each one of these has 5 coins in it and a mini-boss.
It's on!
No matter what you think, there's always a way to beat these without killing anyone, but what's the fun in that? I just have to outrun these guys, but they're faster than you. Notice that goop left a trail. That's because he comes back. Almost missed that. Another thing a lot of players typically have a problem with is the knowledge that anything pink can be parried. Or at least that similar shade of pink. Well, there goes my perfect score here. But we can still collect the coins. Oh, remember when I said anything pink? That butterfly is an example. Oh, that's no good. That is, like, really bad. But if the thing in question is not dangerous, it is unlikely to give you a card or points for parrying it. Come on, I gotta go before these things respawn. I didn't know which way he was. Which brings me actually to an idea for this game. Every time I die, you guys can take a drink. I'd do it myself, but for this episode, it's the first one. I'm gonna try and actually do the easy stuff without having to ruin my senses. I promise I won't kill you with alcohol poisoning. I'm decent at video games. Never good, always decent. You never have to let go of the fire button. Nope. Come on. I just want to get back to where I was. Why can't I kill this mushroom? Die, 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 die. Oh, now we're back in danger zone. You got some reach there. Just keep running, just keep running. Hope for the best and just keep running. Oh no. I didn't know what to do in that instance, but drink!
It's on!
I can do this, I promise. I'm not a complete failure. They just can infinitely spawn and it gets troublesome to them. Oh, come on. I can swear I was going to reach the end of that length before he would have gotten there. I need these parries. I'm risking everything for a little bit of bonus. Ha! Oh, that was a little too close for comfort. I was still parrying. That's... drink. I'm not gonna make excuses. I'm gonna make a victory eventually. Just keep throwing myself at it. That should be just a retry. Should just... I feel like a wuss now for doing that. But I promise I can do it eventually. Just takes a little bit of gumption and the right amount of luck. Perhaps I should work on trying a pacifist run, at least in a semi-format. If I don't need to kill the enemies, or if they are not in the direct way of my gun, just try and dodge them. The problem is those flowers are biotechnicality faster than me, and meaning that if I don't kill them, they'll likely catch up and kill me. Okay then, work on doing this without having to kill the mushrooms. Ah! Okay, good. This is a lot harder in co-op when everything has about double their health, but you can't maintain the same amount of fire concentration on it. Come on, pop up. Alright then. The mini-boss was that acorn maker, and that means bravo! We successfully completed our first run and gun with 3 deaths? Maybe 4? I'll count the retry as one, so 4 deaths. Terrible HP bonus, but overall, that still should be an A. Perfect. Not perfect, but as good as I'm gonna get. Everything in this game is just so adorable. But that opens up our bridge to Cagney Carnation with ease. And we have 5 more coins, meaning a total of 6, to go purchase stuff in this Emporium. I think I'll choose... Ooh, it costs 4 for a weapon. This will allow me to fill the screen, and this does a lot of damage up close. So if I want to be dangerous, I'd pick this. But I'm going to go with this simply because I think I can get it down. I think I can actually learn it. I rarely ever use the chaser because I'm not a coward. I prefer reckless abandon and high damage. I wonder if we can reach the super art early. Oh, we can already. So that means at least one of everything in this episode. A mausoleum, a running gun, and a boss wallop. These mausoleums, there's 1 per aisle section, grants you your super arts.
You're up.
And here's where the main thing about this. Can't fire at these ghosts, but they're pink. You can parry them. It's just like a fun little mini game, but because they're pink, but they won't hurt you when you touch them. So you don't... The HP bar at the bottom doesn't really matter. This, however, does give me a chance to show you my new gun. The Roundabout. Basically just a short range in front of you, but infinite range behind you. Boomerang shot. Sorry, Gramps. No touching my lovely urn tonight. Do not take that out of context. Come on, your buddies couldn't beat me. What makes you think you could? Victory! Now be wary of the girl voice. Gosh, I don't know how to thank you boys for saving me. Where are my manners? I didn't even introduce myself. I'm known as the legendary Chalice. Pleased to meet you. I was searching for magic and got trapped by those ghosts. Speaking of magic, please accept this gift. It should help. There are other mausoleums around Inkwell Isle. I just wonder. We've unlocked our first super art. Super art, Roman numeral 1. Dear me, you mustn't forget that magical super arts have to be equipped in the menu before use. Someone X out that name. That ain't energy beam. This is our super art, Toxic Shock. A high damage beam costing all 5 of our card tokens that we can get by parrying or continuous fire. A good place to show it off would be boss number 2, Goopy Legrand in A Ruse of an Ooze.
Good day
for a swell bout. Wallop. Now this one is one that you should mainly focus on dodging. I did not notice him stop. I am going to die to this guy. And just fill the screen with bullets as best as you can. I promise I'm good at this. I promise.
We'll get red hot.
Red hot. If you can, at the center of the screen is the best opportunity you have to get underneath him. He's popping his pills. Time for a toxic shock! And this is also why I buy the smoke bomb, because dashing underneath him. Oh, this is good. This is good. We're going into his 3rd phase already. And this is why the roundabout is the best weapon for this, unless you have the charge, actually. Because if all you have to do is jump, and eventually it will hit him. Easy. And this game's playthrough is likely going to go through real quick, because each of these bosses take a little less than 2 minutes. This one took less than 1. Still only got an A- or a B because I forgot to use any more super. Every weapon, by the way, has a different super art, such as the typical pea shooter that you get at the beginning, just as a normal super fire. But the roundabout has a buzzsaw attack that deals more damage the longer it's in the opponent. A soul contract of Goopy Legrand. Now we have one more kind of level that we haven't shown off, and these are the high-flying aerial battles. What's that? You two want to fly in a plane like I do? Ha! You're not getting into any cockpit till you study those blueprints. Oh, something just hit me wrong in the chest. Sounds like I have a bad case of hiccups. I apologize for the rest of the episode. Basic shooting materials. You can parry pink stuff just like you could. And you have supers as well. However, we no longer have the toxic shock. We have the gas bomb. Boom. And to avoid shots, instead of having a dash, we have a shrink. It makes us faster and smaller, but it also reduces our range to effectively nothing. So let's get on with the bout. Today we fight Hildeberg in Threatening Zeppelin. Now, You saw me run and gun? I had some troubles. You saw me boss fight? Not too hard.
Here's a real high.
Aerial battles.
Here goes.
This is going to be what kills the entire episode. Might take entire episodes on some bosses I'm bad at. Because there's just so much you have to pay attention to at once in these screens. Such as her Tauros form. She still gains her own little buddies, but whenever she stops, she's about to make her charge. That's 2 parries, I need 1 more parry. Gas bomb! Everything that cloud of black hits is damaged. And if it's a minion, it's typically automatically destroyed. However, oh, what's this? This is Sagittarius. Her entire fight's based on the astrological signs. And Sagittarius is the harder of the 2 that can come out of that phase. Note she has 5 little poles on her health meter there, where the Cuphead is running. Those indicate different phases.
A great slam in that stuff.
She has 2 astrological phases per fight, but 3 potential astrological phases. She has Sagittarius, Tauros, which is always a given, and the one that you hope for, Gemini. Here we have Tauros again. No! I've forgotten how to shrink. Oh, it's... For me, it's Y. I think I reconfigured my controls a long time ago. Time for the gas bomb. I got hit by her laughing at me and wasted my ult. Those haws are something that you can't... I keep trying to shrink with my wrong buttons. I forgot she makes a round trip. This is Gemini. The much easier to avoid stage, unless it starts where you are. Another thing is that Gemini's orb can persist after Gemini is depleted. She has 1 more astronomy phase, and that's her final phase, which hopefully I can at least show you before I die, but I cannot guarantee I'll live. Come on, I need to get in damage as long as she's transforming, because all of this actually counts as damage. Okay, there's a trick to this, but I can't remember it. Okay, the gray spaceships fire predictively. The other ones fire behind you. So if you're trying to make a retreat. And that's a victory. Just barely. But I mean, when you're playing solo player, their health bars are much smaller than if they're in co-op. Another rousing victory for Cuphead. If I hurry, I could probably throw in 1 more. I'll give it my best shot with a duo that I know I can fight. It's really good to save up your coins for as few fights as you can. I mean, what am I trying to say? Words are not working properly for me. But down here, the boss fight I missed was Ribby and Croaks in Clip Joint Calamity. Now what in the world is a clip joint, though? That doesn't make sense. That never made sense to me because, well, I'm not from the 1930s. I think that's what this era is based, like this cartoon-esque showdown is based on. Now the reason that the 2 good ones to use here are, well, I guess there are 3, are Charge, Pea Shooter, and Roundabout, because those fireflies are really easy to take out with Charge, But during phase 1, they're all in one, I mean, the two are in one direction, making the pea shooter very useful. In stage 2, they'll be in two directions, meaning roundabout will always get a hit. And this is phase 2. He'll roll at you. Toxic Shock! This one's all about spatial management. And knowing how physics work, I guess, because the wind, you go slower when moving towards it, but faster when you're going with it, so you can use that to your advantage to help dodge. There's my buzzsaw attack. And now they're invincible until you activate them. But when you activate them, they gain an attack. The snake one is by far the easy... No, not the easiest. The easiest is they have 3 attacks in slot machine form. Their tiger is the hardest, snake is medium, and in my opinion, bull is the easiest. Let's see if we can roll a bull. Well, this was a fun run. Because that is incredibly unpredictable. But that failed run means that this is the end of the episode. I hope you guys really liked this. It was the choice by all the viewers in the Discord server. If you want to make your own vote on next week's Fellowship's Choice, join the Fellowship server. The link will be in the description below. If you just want to watch on the fly, you can subscribe. And if you want to communicate with me, I really appreciate it when you guys like or comment. Until then, I guess I'll see you next time. Have a nice day.